Hi guys! I am finally back. It is the 17th of July today. Yes, it is. Just had to double check. And I've been gone again for a while. I am really sucking at this vlogging thing, and I'm very sorry about that. When I agreed to start Camp NaNoWriMo this month, I didn't know that my grandma was going to be coming to stay with us for a week. So she was here, and in between working and seeing her, I didn't have a lot of time to do my writing. So my days kind of went like this. I'd go to work, come home, spend time with the family. My grandma goes to bed pretty early. She goes to bed, I think, around like 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, I would start my work on the computer, which was like the blog tours and trying to get some writing done in there, but it was a lot of like emails and blog tours and all kinds of stuff going on, which I love, don't get me wrong, but it was just kind of like full on. So I have gotten a little bit of writing done. Sadly, I did lower my word count from 50,000 words to 5. I think I'm going to make the 5. I'm definitely going to try. We're about halfway through camp, so if I continue now moving forward, I think we'll be okay. If I get more done, even better. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to update you where I'm at, talk about some things I've been kind of pondering and working on with the writing stuff. So the first thing is the importance of an outline. When camp started, I had this idea that I was going to write this origin story for Emba and the world of Exist, because there were so many things that were like missing from the first book, and that just came through feedback from friends and writers and amazing people who have taken the time to read my book and give me really honest feedback. And as I've written more, whether it's for Exist or other things, I've realized like the importance of world building and adding more detail and just kind of how much deeper I can go. So it's been great. And then I thought, well, hey, to solve that problem, rather than rewrite all of Exist, I could just create like a prequel to Exist. And I had all these great ideas of, okay, these are the main points that need to happen to lead us to the current point where Exist would then take place. And in my head, I had this phenomenal outline. I mean, it was beautiful and it was phenomenal. And then I started writing and I couldn't remember anything. I remembered like the beginning of the story and kind of where I wanted it to go. And that's pretty much what I've gotten. The first 1,000 words that I've got are pretty much everything that I can remember at this moment. And it's like when I came up with it in my head, I had these awesome ideas of how everything like intertwined and was going to work together, and how certain characters were going to kind of be introduced, but they would later kind of be reintroduced. I had all this awesome stuff going on, and I don't remember it. So if you're going to write, whether it's for NaNoWriMo or it's just for your own project, make sure that you write everything down, because there's a lot of times where like I'm out driving, I'm at work, I'm like just doing stuff and this idea or this quote or like just some plot twist or whatever it is comes to mind. I'm like, oh, that's really good. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to put that in my book. The hours that it takes me to get home or actually get back to my computer seem to just be this black hole of ideas that just, and they're gone. And then I'm not able to like remember anything that I said or I wanted to write. I mean, it's awful. Like, I'm not even going to joke with you. I have considered purchasing waterproof paper. They make it for scuba divers. If you haven't seen it, it's the most amazing thing. My brother actually has it when he goes scuba diving. And it's these little notepads, and they've got pencils that work underwater. And so I've considered purchasing one, leaving it in my bathroom, and that way when I'm in the shower, because I seem to be super inspired in the shower, I can write down ideas so I don't forget them in the time it takes me to shower and dry off and all that, and then get back to my computer. That's how important it is. So that's the first thing that has kind of, I guess, bit me in the butt, is that I did not write down my outline. I'm kicking myself for it now, and I keep telling myself, okay, I'm just going to sit down, today is the day, and I'm going to write it down, and I haven't done it yet. So maybe tonight is the night. We'll find out. The other thing that's been keeping me preoccupied is Allegiant came out on Blu-ray. Yay! And I love the Divergent series. I love Theo James as 4. So it was like, I have to watch this movie. I had to see all the bonus stuff. So every night I would like finish my work, decide I was way too tired to continue on, hop into bed, and then watch as much as I could of the Allegiant Blu-ray until like I just passed out. So that's also been kind of preoccupying my mind, which I feel is a good thing, but in the writing world, not a good thing. Last night, this was the first night in a while I actually had time to just read, which was like a weird feeling to me because I've been so busy like doing a million other things that I don't just sit down and read anymore. Like if I'm reading, it's on the go, and it's just not that fun experience of just reading and enjoying it. So that was really cool. Yeah, it's just been crazy. Another thing that's been going on, I've been talking to a lot of people about book projects and some things that are kind of in the works. We'll talk about that later if and when they pan out. Some very exciting things, so fingers crossed that they work. I'm really, really hopeful and excited for the future. I have one person I've been speaking with who I kind of met through family connections and stuff, through my mom actually, and she really wants to get into the writing world and the publishing world and stuff, but as a writer. And she's like, hey, maybe you could be my agent. And I was like, It's something I definitely would love to do. And kind of add to my list of things that I do. So I'm looking into it right now, thinking maybe that's a path I might take. Because I really love promoting people's books, and I love talking to authors, I love working with them, I love the publishing industry, I love all that. So we'll see, because I've been really preoccupied right now with trying to figure out what my future looks like. You know, the job that I have, it's my day job, is a great job. It pays very well, it's a great atmosphere, all that stuff, and I do like it, but it's not like my forever job, I think I've realized, and I really want something that's going to set me up for success. And something that I know is something I love to do, but also makes the money that I need, because unfortunately, here, I went to a very expensive university and didn't really understand what I was getting myself into every time I signed for a student loan. And I am very, 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 very far in debt, which I'm sure I've mentioned before. And so that just like hangs over my head, and it prevents me from doing the things that I really want to do, because I spend like all my paycheck money on student loans when I could be using it for like a million other things. And I kind of feel like my life is at this standstill where I can't do anything. Like, there's so much money that I owe for these loans, and I didn't end up getting a job right out of college that paid well, that I could just go, cool, like I can live off of and I can pay my loans, like they had presented it to me at the time. And so I'm really, really trying to seek out a job that will give me the stability to pay them and, you know, take care of the financial responsibilities that I've gotten myself into, but also give me the money that I can actually live a little bit and do some of the things I also want to do. So fingers crossed that I can figure that out. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below, because I'm just kind of at this point where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And that also has been distracting me from my writing, because it's just like my brain is always thinking, okay, how am I going to make more money? How am I going to pay the bills this month? You know, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to do this? Etc., etc., etc. And it just never feels like quite enough. And so it's like I'm wearing myself down, and just doing the simple things that I love and enjoy, like writing or reading a book, just don't really have the precedence in my life that they should, because I'm so tired and just mentally drained trying to figure all this stuff out. And like spending my time online trying to look for jobs, and you know, what's going to pay me more, and can I freelance write, and where am I going to have time in my day for that? And it's just been a lot. So I know I'm complaining, and I'm sorry, I'm just kind of venting here. But that's another thing. So I've kind of taken a backseat to the writing, as terrible as that sounds, because I am really trying to figure out what can I do for my future, and how can I continue to do the things that I love, like my book tours and my writing and reading and all that stuff, but make money at it so that I can do the things financially that I need to do, and not be in such a sucky situation where I get paid and then I have no money, and I'm like, well, that's great, because now I can't even buy the books I want to buy, or whatever the situation might be. So I've kind of pushed it aside just a little bit. Like I said, I'm still writing. But I have kind of pushed it aside because I do spend the time that I would normally be writing kind of looking up jobs and making sure that I'm set up for success as best as I can, like whether that's, you know, creating a better resume or, you know, trying to figure it all out. So it's been kind of stressful. It's definitely not something I would ever wish upon anybody. And if you are in a situation where you are going to an expensive school and you're thinking, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Definitely really spend some time praying about it and thinking about it. I wish somebody had been there to say, hey, don't do this. This is a bad idea. But it is what it is, and you got to kind of learn from it. So I hope I can take my bad experience and inspire you guys to make better choices and not get into debt the way that I did, because believe me, nothing is worth it. So if you are in a situation like that and you want to talk about it, please send me an email, comment below. I would be more than happy to share my story with you and kind of let you know my pros and cons and what I've learned on the other side of it. And I know like Sasha Alsberg of Book Utopia was just talking about that too on Snapchat, that the school that she's been going to is super expensive, so she's thinking of leaving and going to a different school. And it's like she's making really smart choices right now that I wish I had made when I was in her position. But again, things are just presented very differently. So it is a stress that I'm dealing with right now, and yeah, that's kind of my life. It's not a very exciting vlog, I know, but that's been what's been going on. Tonight I'm going to be getting some stuff ready because we've got another book tour starting tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. It's for a book called The Portal Series, Blue City by Charlotte Marie. Dystopian sci-fi, which is super amazing. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave some links down below where you can go find some information. Definitely join us on the book tour because you'll get to learn a lot more about her and her awesome book series. And we have some really cool ones coming up soon as well. Some with Benjamin of Tomes from YouTube and Instagram for some of the publisher or the people that he's published through his company. We got lots of cool stuff happening, so that's awesome. And once I get that done and I kind of wrap up all that, then I will be getting back to writing. So hopefully that'll go well. But yeah, there's just so much going on. And like even with the writing project, I've kind of been like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this or not. And I know that sounds bad too, but it depends on what happens with some meetings I have coming up this week, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Because the future of Exist may be changing a little bit. I don't know, there's so much going on. So hopefully this week I can give you more clarity on what's been happening, and I'll have better news, and it'll just be awesome because now life is getting back to normal. But I hope that you guys are having a fantastic camp experience and that your writing's going great. Please comment down below if you want to talk about it, because I love talking about writing. And yeah, I'll keep sharing some things that I'm learning because I'm definitely learning a lot, as I always do during any NaNoWriMo. I am determined though during November that is the time that I'm going to do my 50,000 words, and nothing is going to stop me, let me tell you. That is like, November is off limits to everybody. That is NaNoWriMo month. Nobody bothered me. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. I miss you guys, and I promise I'll be doing regular vlogs a bit more now that life has settled down. My grandma's gone home and I can get back to the real world. But I miss you. I hope you're having a great week, and I will see you soon.